I never thought I'd be the kind of woman to hide something like this from my husband. But there I was, standing in a dimly lit room, surrounded by men I didn't know, my heart pounding so loud I swore they could hear it. My husband, Tom, thought I was at a book club that night. I let him believe it. I let him kiss my cheek and say, "Have fun, Sarah," as I walked out the door. I didn't mean for it to go this far. But that night changed everything. Tom and I had been married for 7 years. We met in college, back when I was a shy girl who hid behind oversized sweaters, and he was the charming guy who could make anyone laugh. He'd bring me coffee during late-night study sessions, and I'd tease him about his terrible taste in music. We were happy then, building a life together in a small house with creaky floors and a backyard we dreamed of turning into a garden someday. He was my safe place, the one person I could always lean on. But over time things shifted. Not in a loud, crashing way, but quietly, like a slow leak you don't notice until the room's flooded. Work got busier for both of us. Tom started staying late at the office, coming home with tired eyes and short answers. I'd try to talk, but he'd just nod and say, "I'm fine, just stressed." I missed him, missed us. I started feeling like a ghost in my own home, floating through routines without really being seen. I'd catch myself staring at him across the dinner table, wondering when we stopped talking about anything that mattered. That's when I met Claire. She was new at my office, all sharp wit and easy smiles. We clicked instantly, sharing coffee breaks and venting about life. One day she mentioned a girls' night she was going to, a secret party invitationally, thrown by some friend of a friend. "It's not what you think," she said, her eyes glinting with mischief. "It's just different. You should come." I laughed it off at first. I wasn't the party type, but the idea of something new, something alive, stuck with me. I was so tired of feeling invisible. I told Tom I was joining a book club. It was an easy lie, one that didn't make him blink. "Sounds nice," he said, barely looking up from his phone. So I went. The first night was tame. Just a small group of women, laughing over wine in a cozy loft. But Claire kept inviting me back, and each time the crowd was different. More men started showing up. Well-dressed, confident, the kind who looked at you like they saw you. Really saw you. I told myself it was harmless. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I just liked the attention, the way their eyes lingered when I spoke, the way I felt like Sarah again, not just Tom's wife. One night Claire pulled me aside. "There's a special party this weekend," she whispered. "Exclusive. Just say yes." I hesitated, but the ache in my chest, the loneliness I'd been carrying for months, pushed me to nod. That Saturday I kissed Tom goodbye, my hand shaking as I grabbed my purse. "Book club again?" he asked, his voice flat. "Yeah," I said, avoiding his eyes. I hated how easy it was to lie. The party was in a penthouse downtown. All glass walls and soft lights. The air buzzed with energy, and the room was filled with men, older, younger, all polished and charming. No other women, just me and Claire. My stomach twisted, but she squeezed my hand. "Relax," she said. "It's just fun." I sipped my drink, trying to calm my nerves. A man named Daniel approached me, tall with kind eyes. He asked about my life, my dreams, things Tom hadn't asked in years. I felt a spark I hadn't felt in so long, and for a moment I let myself forget I was married. But then I saw him. Tom. Standing across the room, his face pale, his eyes locked on me. My glass slipped from my hand, shattering on the floor. The room went quiet, and I felt every stare like a weight. "Sarah." His voice was low, trembling. I couldn't move. Couldn't breathe. "What are you doing here?" he asked, stepping closer. I opened my mouth, but no words came. How could I explain? How could I tell him I'd been lying for weeks, chasing something I couldn't even name? "Tom," my voice cracked. He shook his head, his eyes wet with hurt. "You lied to me," he said, so softly it cut deeper than any shout. "You lied, and you're here with—" He gestured at the room, at the men watching us like we were a show. "Is this what you want?" I wanted to scream that it wasn't, that I was just lost, that I still loved him. But the words stuck in my throat. He turned and walked out, the door clicking shut behind him. I don't remember leaving the party. I don't remember driving home. But I remember walking into our house, the silence so heavy it felt like it could crush me. Tom was on the couch, his head in his hands. "Why?" he asked, not looking at me. I sank to the floor, tears streaming down my face. I told him everything. How lonely I'd been, how I missed him, how I didn't know how to reach him anymore. He listened, his face unreadable. When I finished, he looked at me, and for the first time in years I saw him. Really saw him. The pain in his eyes mirrored mine. I've been distant, he said finally, his voice raw. I know I have. Work stress. I let it pull me away. But I never thought. He stopped, swallowing hard. I never thought you'd turn to this. We sat there, the space between us filled with all the things we hadn't said for years. We talked until dawn, laying bare every hurt, every fear. It wasn't a fix, not yet. But it was a start. The weeks that followed were hard. We went to counseling, forced ourselves to be honest. Some days I thought we'd make it. Others I wasn't sure. But we were trying, and that was more than we'd done in a long time. I stopped seeing Claire, stopped chasing the thrill of those nights. I realized I didn't need them. I needed us, the us we'd lost somewhere along the way. That night broke us open, exposed every crack in our marriage. But sometimes you have to break to rebuild. I don't know if we'll ever be what we were, but I know I'll never lie to him again. And I hope in time he'll trust me again too. If you've listened all the way till now, thank you. It means the world to share this with you. Your support keeps these stories alive, and I'm so grateful for that.